Every year, tens of thousands of students use Kaplan practice questions to prep for their tests. So we need to make sure those questions work and that they're just like the ones you'll see on the real test. So how do we do that? Well, it all has to do with research and data and meticulous, we mean meticulous reviews. A single question might have to go through 10 or more people to make sure it's on point. It starts with what the people who make these tests call the official test blueprint. Now that shows us what's going to be on the test, concepts, number of questions, how it's laid out, all that kind of stuff. Then we check out what bits of knowledge and skills the questions are measuring. And this is where learning science comes into play. But first off, what is learning science? Well, it's a field focused on understanding how people learn. So it's pretty important our learning science specialists get their eyes on these questions. They take that official test blueprint we talked about and examine it for the kinds of details and subtleties that only they can see. This helps them judge every angle on each type of question, making it possible to match what you'll see on the real deal. Still with us? Cool. Now it's time to take all that info and we put it into this elaborate table that organizes all the data behind what will one day become a question. Like, what type of question will it be? How hard will it be? What skill will it test? Then we show this elaborate table to a team of our best teachers and let them go to town on actually writing the questions. We give them guidelines, do's and don'ts, based on what we know from the official test, like word count, formatting, writing best practices, how to come up with a good wrong answer choice, things like that. After they take a crack at it, the first draft is done. Then it's time for the question to make the rounds through other teachers, peer reviews. They check for inaccuracies, spelling errors, random off-topic stuff about existential crises or losing sports teams. The usual. After 2, sometimes even more reviews, the question is handed to a top dog reviewer who gives it the final thumbs up or thumbs down. We usually aim for thumbs up. Then a manager reviews it for the most final of final reviews, and after that, it's field tested, and then after that, our learning science specialists check the data on how the questions and students are performing. Remember when we said meticulous? See what we mean? When it's all said and done, the question arrives in front of you in all its thought-provoking glory on a real, scored practice test, giving you a test-like set of questions designed to prepare you for your exam. Complicated? Maybe. Thorough? Absolutely. Effective? No question. At Kaplan, we know questions.